joining. My name's Tiffany. Welcome to yoga. All you'll need today is your mat. If you have blocks or something of a sort, maybe like cookbooks or pillows or something like that, if you need a little bit of an assist to kind of prop yourself up a little bit higher today. Blocks are always good to have on hand, but if you don't have them, no worries. Sometimes a chair nearby could be really helpful as well. If you ever need help getting up and down off the ground, anything of the sort could help. So tonight is going to be a little bit of a slower practice, more about feeling. So just becoming more aware of what our bodies are feeling like right now, maybe how our minds are feeling, just overall, how are we feeling, right? Kind of navigating through this new way of life. It's easy to become desensitized to feeling, and sensation, and just being aware of what's going on. So let's focus on observing our movements, focus on observing where our thoughts are going, and just appreciating that, hey, thoughts are going to come in and out, and they are going to try to distract us and pull us away from what we're doing in our present moment. So notice when those thoughts come in, acknowledge them, but let them go without attachment. All right, no attachment to your thoughts, no attachment to what you think you should look like in your poses or what you should be feeling. Just allow yourself to experience and feel your breath move your body, all right? So thank you for those who are just joining. My name's Tiffany. Grab your mat, grab some blocks if you have them, and let's all find that comfortable way to sit. So if you are sitting on the ground cross-legged right now, I've got myself propped up on a block just so I can see you guys a little bit better. But if you are sitting on the ground, maybe just kind of pull the fleshy part of your bum out of the way just so you can ground down nice and securely on your sit bones, all right? I'm gonna actually head back to my mat. All right. So just finding that comfortable way to sit, allowing your shoulders and hips to stack on top of one another. And if you feel comfortable and safe where you are, you can go ahead and close your eyes. From here, just begin to deepen your breath, filling all the way to the top, and exhaling all the way out. With every inhale, fill from the depths of the belly. Feel the chest and lungs expand all the way through the crown of your head as you grow taller. And as you exhale, your shoulders roll down and away from the ears. Chest collapses. Low belly pulls in. Every inhale, fill a little bit more air in at the top. And every exhale, press out a little bit more air than you think you need to, truly emptying the bottom third of your lungs. With your next inhale, notice how you can sip in just a little bit more air at the top, expanding your chest. Exhale it softly out. Continue breathing here, slowly, deeply, and calmly. And just taking a quick scan of your body, noticing where you may have any spots of tension or restriction, whether that be in your body or your mind. And not trying to make sense of that tension or restriction, not trying to change it, simply being aware of what it is, how it feels, and see how you can let that go throughout your practice this evening. Let go of any thoughts or concerns about what you should look like as we flow through our movements this evening. appreciate that every time you roll out your mat, your body will feel different. And that's okay. Even if you practice the same sequence over and over again, it will always feel a little bit different. So give yourself permission to stay strong and steady with this sense of calmness and ease throughout your practice. We'll work on balancing out the two this evening. Just a couple more breaths here. You may have noticed a shift already. Now with your next exhale, soften all those small muscles around the face. Unclench your jaw. Let your shoulders melt down. Stay connected with your breath. Let the breath move you. Now you can remain with eyes closed and just listen to my direction here. For if you feel okay, you can softly blink the eyes open. We're going to start with a few neck stretches, just to release some of that tension in our shoulders. So go ahead and take your right hand and place it on the left side of your head and just gently guide your right ear over towards the right shoulder. You can take your left arm down by your side, re-rolling that shoulder back. And take a few slow, deep breaths into the left side of your neck. Keep your spine long. One more inhale. And as you exhale, keep your head exactly where it is, but just think about rotating your gaze to look at your armpit and feel the sensation travel towards the back of your neck, back of the shoulder. A lot of times, without even realizing it, we walk through our day with our shoulders shrugged up, causing this unnecessary, unconscious tension within the shoulders and the neck. Sometimes that leads to a headache later on. So this is a really beautiful stretch to do each and every day. On your next inhale, gently guiding the neck back through center and finding some gentle figure eights. Observing the difference between right and left side. And when you're ready, go ahead and drop your left ear over towards the left shoulder, relaxing the right shoulder down. Stay tall in your spine, soft with the breath. Now as we move throughout our practice this evening, I invite you to visualize your breath going to exactly where you're feeling that tension. Exhale it out. Slowly take your gaze as if you were going to look at your left armpit. Allowing the sensation to flood through the back of the neck and upper shoulder. And it's okay if one side feels a little bit tighter than the other. Give it an extra breath. On your next inhale, bring the neck back through center, creating those gentle figure eights. Now if you're seated cross-legged, you can go ahead and bring your hands to your knees or in your lap, whatever feels best. And we're going to find some gentle circles up the neck. So go ahead and tuck your chin in towards your chest, dropping right ear to right shoulder, lifting your chin to the sky, left ear to left shoulder, chin to chest, right ear, right shoulder, chin to sky, left ear, left shoulder, chin to chest. Now find a few more rounds here at your own pace, pausing in any area that may feel particularly tight. Just breathe into it. And when you've completed your next full circle, gently reverse your neck rolls. Left ear to left shoulder, chin to sky, right ear to right shoulder, chin to chest. Move with your breath. Breathe as you move. Each circle, feeling the tension melt away. We'll leave it all on the mat. And when you've completed your next full circle around, guide your neck back through center and softly blink the eyes open. Now from your seated position, you can place your right hand on the ground next to your hip and take the left arm up and over. Nice side body stretch through the left side. And see if you can really press down through the left hip. Maybe the gaze comes up towards the left elbow. As you exhale, your right shoulder down. Inhale, bring it back through center. Exhale, leaning over towards the right side. Root your right hip down as you spiral your chest towards the sky. Inhale back through center. Now you can find the same variation, or if you can keep the left hip down, I invite you to bring the right elbow towards the ground. Now notice if that caused you to kind of fold forward towards your lap. Respiral the body open. Reach the left fingertips a little bit further as you inhale into the left ribs. Exhale, sink in just a little bit deeper. Your inhale takes you back through center. Exhale over towards the left side, either staying on the left palm or maybe dropping onto the left elbow. Root down through the right hip. Breathe. One more deep inhale into the right lung. Exhale, sink in. And as you inhale, bring it back through center. Bring the right hand down towards the ground. Finding a nice spiral of the spine here. So take an inhale up, maybe gazing up at the fingertips. Exhale, twist towards the right. Left palm comes to the right knee as the right hand reaches behind. If it feels okay on your neck, you can take your gaze over your right shoulder. Notice what happened with your posture, if you've slumped down, if the shoulders have shrugged. Focus on your alignment. Inhale, take it back through center. Gaze up if it feels okay. Exhale, twisting over towards the left. With each inhale, feel yourself grow taller through the crown of your head. And as you exhale, sinking in just a little bit deeper into your twist. One more time on each side. Inhale, look up. Exhale, twist towards the right. Inhale, up through center. Exhale, twist towards the left. Inhale, look up through center. Exhale, bring your hands down by your sides. So we'll make our way into a tabletop position. And we'll find a couple rounds of cat-cow here just to warm up the spine. So stack your wrists right underneath your shoulders, knees right underneath the hips. And you can keep the toes tucked or untucked, whatever feels best for you today. So on your inhale, drop the belly, lift the hips, send your heart through your shoulders. And as you exhale, tuck the tailbone, side rib cage pulls in, upper back rounds as your chin tucks in towards your chest. Inhale, belly drops, hips up, send your heart through, keep the back of your neck long. Exhale, tailbone tucks, ribs hug in, round out your upper back as you tuck your chin in towards your chest. Go ahead and find a few rounds here, moving to your breath, your rhythm. No attachment. Just breathe. One more full round of your cat-cow. And at the completion of your next exhale, find a neutral tabletop. So readjust if you need, shake out the hands if you need. Go ahead and extend your right arm long in front of you, thumb to the sky. Firmly press into the left hand and your legs to stay strong and steady through the midsection rather than dumping in. So zip up through the belly and extend the left leg long, keep the toes on the ground to start. Now if this is enough for you, you can stay right here, or you can flex the ankle and begin to lift your toes up off the ground as if you were going to place a footprint on the wall behind you. Draw the low belly in to protect the low spine and keep length. Extend out through your heel, straight through the right fingertips. Breathe for 3, 4, 2, and 1. Exhale, return to center. Extend the left arm long in front of you. Reach the right toes back behind you. Flex the right ankle, either keep the toes on the ground or begin to lift your heel towards the sky. Finding one straight line of energy from the right heel all the way through the left fingertips. Draw the belly in. Breathe for 3. Breathe for 2. And 1. Exhale, bring it back through center. Separate your your knees, mats distance apart. Kiss the big toes together behind you and sink the hips back to find your child's pose. Allow your hips to melt towards your feet, chest to melt towards your mat, and gently creep the fingertips forward towards the front edge of your mat. Take a few breaths into your spine. Feel the expansion. And as you exhale, melting down just a little bit more. Now you can remain still here in your child's pose, or if some gentle sways of the hips from side to side feel good, I invite you to follow that. Maybe rolling the forehead from side to side to massage out the forehead will feel good to you today. Remember, this is your practice, your body, your time. On your next inhale, slowly walk your hands back towards your knees. And bring the knees together, maybe separating them about 2 fist distance apart. Come up to stand on your knees as you tuck the back toes. Take your left hand to reach back towards the heels, and on an inhale, reach your right arm high into the sky. Squeeze the glutes and send the hips forward as you lift your heart towards the sky. Breathe for 3. Find your strength and your calmness for 2. 1, exhale, bring the right arm down, reach the right fingertips back towards the right heel. On your next inhale, sending the hips and the heart forward as you reach the left fingertips up. For 3. Breathe for 2. And 1, exhale, circle the hands back and walk your fingertips towards the front edge of your mat. Lift your knees and press back into your first downward facing dog. Now I invite you to explore the feeling of your first down dog, maybe bending one knee and then the other, pedaling out the legs. Maybe finding some shifts from side to side with the hips. Or maybe floating forward into your plank and then back into your down dog. Allow yourself to play a little bit. No worries. No stress. Just moving with the breath. And when you're ready, find a steady down dog. Firmly press into your hands as you spin the elbows and the triceps towards the back of the mat. Keep your neck long and feel your upper back expand. Draw the navel in as you extend your tailbone towards the sky. With every exhale, begin to reach your heels towards your mat just a little bit more, but it's okay if they don't reach there today. Chances are they won't. It may feel good to have a bend to the knees as well, so if that's what your body is asking you to do, please follow that. Now our next move can be done on the knees if a full down dog is a little challenging for you today. But on your next inhale, go ahead and reach your right leg high into the sky. Bend your right knee and begin to open your right knee towards the side, finding a counterclockwise circle, really opening up the hip here. Now keep the foot flexed if you can. Keep the left leg long and strong if you can. And just finding some gentle circles here, opening up the hips. And go ahead and reverse that circle, finding a clockwise rotation of your right hip. Option to drop the left knee down at any time. Do your best to keep your chest square to your mat. And bring the right foot down to meet your left. On your next inhale, reaching the left leg high into the sky and bending the knee and finding a clockwise rotation of your left hip. There's no rush with these. Move fluidly, move freely. Continue breathing. Go ahead and reverse your circles here. Feel the space. Feel the connection. This is your time. And drop your left toes down to meet your right. On an inhale, you can bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, walk your feet towards the front edge of your mat, separating your feet about hips distance apart. On an inhale, slide your fingertips up your shins for your halfway lift, lengthening your spine. And as you exhale, bring a generous bend to the knees and allow your body to just melt over your thighs. Allow the knees to bend enough to let your belly rest on your thighs and let your head hang heavy. Feel your breath travel up and down your spine, gently brushing by each vertebrae on the way in and on the way out. Now you can keep your hands by your sides. Maybe you grab onto opposite elbows and find some gentle sways of the arms from side to side. Maybe forward and back. You can shake your head yes, and shake your head no. If you grabbed onto opposite elbows, go ahead and release your elbows. And on an inhale, engage the belly, keep the knees bent, slowly roll up, one vertebrae at a time. Your head's gonna be the last thing to come up. And a nice shoulder roll up top. Beautiful. So we begin our gentle flow this evening. At any time, if you need your blocks a break or just a breather, please take that. So go ahead and bring your big toes together to touch, maybe just a little bit of space between your heels. Round the shoulders down and back as you place your palms forward. Take an inhale to lengthen the spine all the way through the crown of your head. And as you exhale, relax the shoulders, soften the hips, gently soften the knees and root down. Inhale, grow just a little bit taller. Exhale, root down. Inhale here, lift the arms up, bend the knees, drop the hips, find your chair pose. And begin to sit back so much in your chair pose that if you look down, you could still see your toes. So shift the weight back into your heels. Reach your fingertips up and draw the belly in as you pull the rib cage down, avoiding any arch to the lower spine. So tuck the tailbone. Inhale, reach just a little bit further. And as you exhale, bring your hands to heart center, connect thumbs to chest. On an inhale, lengthen the spine. And as you exhale, take your right elbow to the outside of your left knee. With your inhale, you grow taller. Exhale, pull the low belly in to encourage a little bit of a deeper twist. Now you can stay right here if it feels good to open the arms. Go ahead and spread your wings. Roll the shoulders down and away. And if you'd like to try something a little bit different today, maybe you try closing the left eye and looking up at the left hand with your right eye only. Notice how that changes your perception. One more inhale. Exhale, return your hands to heart center. Inhale, reach the arms up, stay low in your chair. Stay with me. Exhale, hands return to heart center. Inhale to lengthen your spine, and as you exhale, take that left elbow towards the right knee. Inhale for length. Exhale, pull the low belly in to encourage a deeper twist. Option to stay here or spread your wings. Now if you'd like to try that difference again, maybe you close the right eye this time and take a peek at your right hand with your left eye only. It's okay if you fall out or lose your balance. It means you're being challenged. It's a good place to be. Exhale, bring your hands back to heart center. On an inhale, lengthen your body, look up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Take an inhale, find your halfway lift, slide your hands up your thighs. Exhale, place your hands to the ground, step, hop, or jump your feet back to a plank position. Inhale, find one straight line from crown of your head out through your heels. And as you exhale, press into your downward facing dog. On an inhale, reach the right leg high into the sky. And as you exhale, step it through your hands, assisting it up if you need to get your right knee directly over your right heel. Now take a moment here to set the stage for your runner's lunge, keeping the back leg long behind you. At any time, if you need to drop the knee, I encourage you to do that. Option to lift up on your blocks here. So on an inhale, pull the shoulders away from the spine, and as you exhale, reach back for your airplane arms. Reach a little bit further towards the back edge of your mat and see if you can pull the low belly up to take it off your right thigh. Breathe for 3. Stay connected with your breath for 2. And 1, spin the back heel down and cartwheel your hands up to find warrior 2. Front knee stacks directly over your ankle. See if you can open your hips and your shoulders towards the side mat a little bit more. Take an inhale for length. And as you exhale, bring your right elbow towards your right thigh, left arm up towards the sky, maybe by your ear. Now think about pulling your heels together underneath you to engage the inner thighs. Firmly press into the outer edge of your left foot. On your next inhale, engage the belly as you reach up and back for your peaceful warrior. Keep a heavy bend in your right knee. Exhale, stay right here. 1 more inhale. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down towards the mat. Frame your right foot and step the right foot back. Now, knees or toes, take an inhale for length. And as you exhale, lower all the way down towards your mat. Inhale for your baby cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's find the other side. Inhale, left leg high into the sky. Exhale, step it through your hands, assist it up if you need. Firmly extend through your right heel, stacking your left knee directly over your left heel. Inhale for length, coming up onto fingertips, maybe your blocks if you need them. And then exhale, find your airplane arms. Send your heart forward, reach the fingertips back. See if you can exhale from the low belly, engaging your midsection to pull your belly off your left thigh. Breathe for 3, 4, 2, strength within the calm, 4, 1. Exhale, spin the back heel down, cartwheel your arms open, warrior 2. Front knee stacked directly over your ankle. Spread your arms wide. Long spine, long neck, long, slow, steady breaths. Inhale here. Exhale, left elbow to left thigh, either right arm straight to the sky, or maybe your right bicep comes by your right ear. Pull the heels together underneath you. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Tuck your tailbone to protect your low spine. Breathe for 3, Breathe for 2. And 1 on an inhale, reaching up and back. Find your peaceful warrior. Right hand rests on the right thigh. Stay bent on your front knee. 1 more inhale. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down to frame your left foot. Step your left foot back. Knees or toes lower down. Inhale up. Exhale, downward facing dog or child's pose. Pause for just a few breaths here. Now it doesn't make you better or worse of a yogi if you choose child's pose or down dog. Down dog is a very active pose, so if you need that break, honor that. There's strength within honoring and listening to what our body is telling us. We'll find that flow just one more time, just a little bit faster. And if you're half a breath behind or so, that's okay. Be where you are. If you went into child's pose, press into your downward facing dog. Exhale it out. Inhale, right leg high into the sky. Exhale, step it through your hands. Inhale, coming up onto the fingertips or blocks. Exhale, reach the fingertips back for airplane arms. Inhale, spin the back heel down, cartwheel your hands up to warrior 2. Exhale, right elbow to right thigh, left arm up towards the sky or by your ear. Inhale, stay low in the legs, find your peaceful warrior. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down, frame your right foot, step it back, and lower your way. Inhale up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right into the other side. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step it through your hands. Inhale, high onto the fingertips or your blocks. Exhale, reach the fingertips back, airplane arms. Inhale, spiral open to your warrior 2. Exhale, left elbow, left thigh, right arm up. Inhale, stay low in the legs, peaceful warrior. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down, frame the left foot, step it back, knees or toes lower down. Inhale up. Exhale, downward facing dog or child's pose. Just a few breaths here. Observe your heartbeat. Observe the heat that's been created in your body. Observe any new space, length, openings in the mind, the body. Stay connected with your physical being. If you're in your down dog, gently allow yourself to come into a wide-legged child's pose. On your next inhale, tent yourself up onto the left fingertips. And as you exhale, weave your right arm through your body, allowing yourself to rest down on your right shoulder. If there's space, maybe you creep the left fingertips towards the front edge of your mat just a little bit more. If
If you feel comfortable where you are, you can stay right here. Or if you'd like a little bit of a bind, you can reach the left arm up and around, maybe placing the back of your palm on your low back, maybe grabbing your pant or shirt, or maybe reaching in and wrapping your left arm around the right hip. Gently taking the gaze up towards the ceiling if it feels okay on your neck. Breathe into your twist. Melt the shoulders away. A little discomfort is okay, pain is not. So if you're feeling anything that doesn't feel great, back out just a little bit. If you found the bind, inhale your left arm high into the sky. Exhale, reach it forward. Inhale, pull your right arm through your body and extend it long in front of you. Rest your chest down. On your next inhale, tenting the right fingertips up, and as you exhale, weave your left arm underneath the body, coming down onto your left shoulder. You can stay right here. If you found the bind on the opposite side, go ahead and find it here. Keep your body as soft and steady as your breath. Allowing the two to connect. It's okay if the mind has wandered off. Redirect yourself right back to your mat. Home base. On your next inhale, reach your right arm high into the sky if you found your bind. Exhale the right fingertips forward. Inhale, pull your left arm through your body and go ahead and find your extended child's pose one more time. On your next inhale, slowly peel your body off your mat, bringing your knees together, keep the big toes together, and just allow your body to melt down onto your mat, lowering your hips, your belly, and then your chest. Redirect yourself if you need. We're going to find just a little bit of back bending to kind of reverse the movements that we've been doing and encourage different sensation within the body. We've been practicing a lot with our parasympathetic nervous system, that relaxation response throughout the body, and back bends can definitely create awareness and awaken our sympathetic nervous system, that fight or flight. So if you notice that, come right back to your calm breathing that we've been practicing. So with your big toes together to touch, think about spinning the inner thighs down towards the ground and gently tuck your tailbone to feel the front part of your hips root down into your mat. You can bring your elbows right underneath the shoulders and extend your palms out long in front of you. On your inhale, think about gently drawing the chest forward as if you were pulling your chest and your heart through the shoulders. So not sinking into the shoulders, but pressing into the elbows to stay long through the spine. Avoid dumping the neck back here. Reach the crown of your head towards the heavens as you send your heart forward. Come back to your slow, steady breaths. We'll be here for just a moment. Many of us, due to sedentary lifestyles, we lose mobility and flexion into our thoracic spine, the upper back. So this posture definitely creates that and strengthens our lower back, opens our chest. Let the light in. Now if this is enough for you, you can stay right here. Or you can go ahead and press up off the elbows any amount. Think about spinning your elbows towards the mat and not winging them out towards the side. If this is causing any pinching into your low back, shoulders, or neck, please lower down. But if you're with me, stay in your upward swan for just a few more breaths. Strength within the calm. Every inhale, you grow a little bit taller. Every exhale, shoulders melt away. One more deep inhale. Exhale, slowly lower your belly, your chest, and stack your palms on top of one another, creating a little pillow for your forehead. You can bend the knees and windshield wipe your legs from side to side, releasing any tension in the low back. Come right back to your breathing. And rest your feet down on your mat. On your next inhale, slowly stack your hands right underneath the shoulders. And as you inhale, peel the chest up. So squeezing the elbows together behind you, sending your heart forward. Crown of the head reaches towards the sky. Send your heart through, press your hips into your mat and extend through your toes. Now you can stay right here if you'd like a little bit more. Lower halfway down. Connect the palms of your hands together. Interlock your fingertips at your low back. Roll the shoulders down and back. Reach your knuckles towards your heels and lift up any amount. Your hip bones are your center of gravity, so allow them to stay pressing down. Allow your tailbone to stay tucked. Protect your low spine. Maybe you lift the arms off your hips and reach the knuckles towards your feet just a little bit more. If you have the strength and the steadiness, maybe you explore what it feels like to lift your toes off the ground. Maybe the shins and the knees follow. Breathe for 3. Smile gently for 2. 1 more. Exhale, lower everything down. Create that pillow for your forehead and rest down. Bend the knees and find some windshield wipers from side to side. Deepen your exhale here as you witness how your heart rate has risen. Ground yourself back down with deeper exhales. You can lower your feet down towards your mat. Go ahead and bring your palms right underneath the shoulders. Tuck the toes, lift the chest, lift the belly, and go ahead and swing your hips over to one side, coming to a seated position on your mat. So find your hips in about the center of your mat. We're going to make our way onto our back for a gentle twist before finding our final resting pose. So separate your feet about hips distance apart and extend the arms forward. Round the shoulders down and back and think about pulling your shoulder blades together behind you. Draw the navel in and begin to lean back. See if you can keep your feet flat as you lower one vertebrae at a time, as slow as you can. And when you reach the ground, let it out. So if you know your variation of a supine twist, you can find that now. If you need some options, option 1 would be to bring a generous bend to the knees. Separate your feet about mat's distance apart, and then just allow the legs to flop over towards the right.
If you want a little bit more, you can stack your knees over your hips and allow the legs to flop over that way. If you want a little bit more, left leg can cross over the right once, maybe twice, and allow the legs to flop over that way. Arms can be by your sides, overhead. It doesn't matter. Just allow yourself to soften not only your breath, but every part of your being. As we enter the closing of our practice this evening, begin to let go of your breath pattern. Begin to let go of any more trying or doing. Inhale, bring your legs back through center. And maybe bring your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a little bit of a hug. Before finding whatever variation of your twist on the opposite side. Maybe the gaze comes over the opposite shoulder. Envision yourself being wrung out as if you were a wet towel. Releasing the heaviness, whatever's weighing you down. Wring yourself out. Leave it all on your mat in an effort to return to your natural state, your true, authentic self. Smile softly. Inhale, bring your legs back through center. Maybe you bring your knees in towards your chest and wrap your arms around your thighs. Maybe you tuck your chin in towards your chest and grab onto opposite elbows and give yourself one final squeeze. And when you're ready, you can extend your legs long, separating your legs about mat's distance apart. Allowing your feet to flop out towards the sides. Arms hang heavy by your sides. And truly begin to let everything go. You can close your eyes if that feels good for you. And we'll take a few deep breaths in together with an audible exhale. So empty the lungs. Inhale. Let it go. Inhale. Let it go. One more. Inhale. Let it go. Let go of your breath. Let go of your mind. Allow everything to be heavy on your mat. And if you can give yourself just one moment to simply be, there's so much joy in giving yourself that permission. Shavasana. begin to deepen your breath. Bringing some gentle movement back to the body by wiggling fingers and toes, rolling out ankles and wrists, making any gentle movements that are going to begin to reawaken the body as if you have just awoke from a deep, deep sleep. And on your own time, there is no rush. Slowly roll over onto one side, pausing for a breath before gently bringing yourself up to a seated position, remaining with eyes closed. No rush. When you've found your seat, bring your hands together in prayer. Scanning your body and noticing how you feel now compared to when we started our practice this evening. My hope is that you've created new space, new awareness, and reconnected with a feeling within yourself. Thank each and every one of you for choosing to do something a little bit different this evening, something for you. May all beings be healthy, happy, and free from suffering. Namaste.